Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Okay, so we got to talk about this girl, Sakiyna Thompson. Now, I've been kind of following up with this story off and on over the years. So for y'all who don't know who she is a woman. At the time, she was in her 30s. And so she was getting played by her man. Her man was cheating on her with another chick, with a 23-year-old chick at the time. And so instead of her taking her L's, she decides to fly from her hometown down to Florida to go confront the side chick that she was in a love triangle with. Her and the side chick get the fighting and she ends up killing her. And so the whole situation is crazy because they finally got the verdict. But let's go ahead and kind of just watch how all this came to be. Okay, so this is her. Jealous NYC woman flew to Florida, killed ex's new girlfriend after being blocked on social media. So this girl here is 23. This is the main chick. She was the side chick. And so, yeah, she flew down there to go confront her in Fort Lauderdale. So this is the news story here.
Woman flew down to Fort Lauderdale to kill her ex-boyfriend's lover. A jury found her guilty of murder. NBC 6's Nico Clemens is live in Fort Lauderdale tonight with more. Nico, we're hearing from the victim's family.
Yeah, Juwan, and one family member described the last 3 years as torture. But today was the day they all hoped for.
State of Florida versus Sakiyna Thompson.
A burden lifted.
We, the jury, find as follows as the defendant in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree.
Guilty is what this family has waited to hear for more than 3 years.
We finally have some justice for Kayla.
A jury found Sakiyna Thompson guilty of killing 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson in 2022. Prosecutors argued Thompson surprised Hodgson at her Tamarack apartment, confronted her about the two of them dating the same man, and then stabbed her to death.
December 26th.
Hodgson's family cried tears of joy in the courtroom Tuesday. They hugged each other tight because a guilty verdict is what they prayed for.
We're so thankful in this moment that the jury was able to see the story for what it is, that Kayla did not deserve to die the way that she did.
Defense attorneys insist Thompson didn't start the fight. They say Hodgson hit Thompson first and cut her stomach with a piece of glass. When Thompson took the stand earlier in the week, she admitted she killed Hodgson because her life was in danger and she was pregnant.
She thought, oh God, she's coming for me and my baby. That's when she grabs the glass and then she blacks out.
After the murder, Thompson admitted she changed into the victim's clothes, cleaned up some of the scene, and that she was too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash. A life taken too soon. Years later, the family says they got justice.
And the moment I heard guilty, it was what we all needed for closure in this moment, to move forward, to start our healing process. It's been a long 3.5 years.
Okay, I'm going to play this other video as well. I believe it's on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so a few years ago, this was back in 2023, she had wrote a letter to the judge basically asking for her to have her child outside of jail, as if she deserved that grace. So it says here, to your Honorable Judge Casey, I'm writing this letter to you in hopes of finding mercy for me out from the court to allow me to give birth outside of jail while also fighting my case. Please have sympathy for me, being that I am a first-time mother and I have no priors, never been in trouble before. I am terrified of going into labor while incarcerated because this facility is not properly suitable to accommodate a pregnant woman. I have been incarcerated since August 3rd of 2022 when I was 11 weeks and due February 17th of 2023. Spending my entire pregnancy locked up has been stressful. I have a stable place as well as a family to vouch for me. I'm asking you for the opportunity to mother my newborn baby while I fight my innocence. Please take everything that I have said into consideration while making a decision on whether I may be released on bond, pretrial, monitor, etc. Thank you for your time and consideration. So the gall of this girl to write the judge in hopes of, being able to get out of prison to have her baby, because she was pregnant. She was pregnant by old boy. So here's the other videos here. The crazy thing about this whole situation is the dusty dude that she's fighting over, he has since moved on. He's engaged, not even married. He's engaged to a whole nother woman. So while this woman here is dead and the other one is about to do life in prison, he's moved on to the next chick. Sakiyna is 31 and she's been convicted of killing the 23-year-old Kayla. The guy that this was all over, her baby daddy, has moved on. And my thing is, I don't even understand the woman who's engaged to him. Why would you even want to marry him, let alone mess with a guy that was able to cause this much destruction in two black women's lives? Because I'm sure he was telling Sakiyna all types of bullshit. Plus he was telling Kayla all types of stuff. I wouldn't want to touch him or his dusty dick with a 10-foot pole. We cannot be that desperate. I'm sorry. I don't want to be engaged to nobody who was able to be sitting there cheating on his pregnant girlfriend with a 23-year-old side chick. But the sad part is the chicks always think that they're better than the main chick. So let's go ahead and watch her in court.
Over 2 hours of testifying in her own defense, Sakiyna Thompson told jurors she was jealous of the relationship her boyfriend had with the victim, Kayla Hodgson.
A little, I guess you could say, jealous and insecure.
Thompson admitted to flying from New York to Tamarack in July of 2022, in part to confront Hodgson about the relationship, hoping to convince the other woman to stop. This video shows Thompson showing up unexpectedly at Hodgson's Tamarack apartment at 4 o'clock in the morning. When Hodgson let her in, Thompson says a conversation about their love triangle quickly turned sour. Thompson says Hodgson hit her over the head with a hookah.
She just starts grabbing my hair and punching me, and I'm on the floor. I'm kicking. I'm trying to get up to fight back at this point because now it's a fight.
Thompson was 2 months pregnant at the time. She told the jury she had no choice but to grab something sharp and defend herself.
Now, did y'all see in the video, it looked like she had on some type of security guard outfit? That's why they feel, and I feel like it was definitely premeditated. You didn't show up. First of all, who shows up to somebody's house at 4 a.m.? Let's start there. You're showing up to somebody's house at 4 o'clock in the morning. She knew if she showed up just dressed regular, most likely that young girl would not have let her in. But she came in dressed like a security guard. Hence why, you're hitting her door up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She's probably thinking it's some type of emergency in the apartment complex. And that's why Kayla let her in.
Thompson testified that when she thought Hodgson was dead, she tried to clean up parts of the crime scene with Lysol wipes and paper towels. Thompson told jurors she went to Hodgson's apartment uninvited to talk woman to woman about dating the same man. Thompson claims Hodgson attacked her.
Punching me.
Punching you where?
My face.
Where on your face? Point to it for us.
I don't remember, but everywhere on my face.
You don't remember where she was punching you in your face?
In my face.
I mean, this is why you killed her, right?
No.
Right?
No.
It's not?
No.
You didn't kill her because she was fighting you?
No, I killed her because she took the glass from the hookah and slashed me across my stomach.
Thompson said
she probably was attacking you, bitch, because you're in her house. Imagine somebody knocking at your door at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? They're knocking on your door and you're thinking it's security, it's something serious because the person is dressed like top flight security of the world, Craig, okay? It's not like she's dressed in just a regular outfit. So I let you into my home because I'm thinking something crazy is happening. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and then you're confronting me about some dusty dick dude? Bitch, I would have punched you in the face too. Get the fuck up out my home. So I get her for being upset and saying, get out my home and wanting to fight her because now you're in my home. And the fact that you're confronting me about somebody, and if she was the side chick, maybe she knew about Sakiyna. Who knows? Because a lot of these girls, they don't have a problem being the other woman. Let's keep that real. But regardless of the situation, you done flew down from New York and you're sitting in my home. Did you think she was going to welcome you with open arms? Were y'all going to sip some tea and eat some crumpets while we talked about the dusty dick dude? No, you're not. She wanted you out of her home, so you should have left. If you were really caring about your baby, you would have took your pregnant ass back to New York and had it out with your baby daddy. Not with the other woman who was half your age. So to me, she went there with premeditation to harm this girl because she wanted to be the only one. She was jealous. She said she saw her. She's, looked at her social media, how pretty she was, body on point, and she felt the way. And it's sad because a lot of these dudes will have you going crazy because they will sit there and run game. He wanted her to be the main chick and stay at home and work and do what she had to do while he ran the streets with the little young 20-something-year-old. It's sad. No man should be worth all of this.
And says she was 2 months pregnant at the time. She says Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass. Thompson grabbed the glass and then blacked out. She allegedly awoke to Hodgson dead on the floor. Gruesome autopsy photos of Hodgson's body show she was stabbed dozens of times. Thompson testified that...
So again, if it was an accident, why would you need to stab her dozens of times? And you conveniently blacked out. Shame.
I wasn't really walking over the blood. I was walking in the blood.
You walked in the blood?
Yes.
With what shoes?
The BB shoes. I changed my shoes.
Thompson admitted to changing into the victim's clothes, cleaning up some of the crime scene, and being too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash.
No, she's getting close enough because my jacket was cut up.
Okay, your jacket was cut up?
My jacket was cut up.
Okay, and what'd you do with that jacket?
Threw it away.
In the months leading up to the killing, Thompson admitted to getting upset when Hodgson blocked her on social media. The state says she was upset enough to kill.
You wrote her on IG and she, in fact, ignored your message initially, correct?
Correct.
And that made you angry?
Correct. I wasn't really walking over the blood. I was walking in the blood.
So she was that mad that she took this woman's life behind a guy. It makes no sense. And it's like, why do we always have smoke for the other woman before the man? Like, don't come confronting me, bitch. That's your man. Either we gonna share him or you gonna check him. I don't know what you want me to do. And especially, again, this is why I say, especially with young girls, be careful. Be careful trying to feed into this side chick culture and, I'm trying to get a bag and, we can both share them. Like, I know a lot of rappers like to hype up that lifestyle. But sometimes the main chick could be batshit crazy like this one. So you have to be careful when you're stepping into somebody's relationship. I think as women, we should have respect for each other's relationships. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we allow the men to do all this bullshit and play us against each other. But I can 100% vouch that he was running game on the main chick, the baby mama, and on the little young girl. Because she's young. So she's looking at it like she's getting money and, whatever he was doing for her. Probably flying her out or he's flying down there. And then she's pissed. But it's never that serious. And then now the Dusty, who's behind all this nonsense, is able to just pick up his life and get with a whole new woman. That's why I say all the time, there's no girl code. I don't believe in girl code. Because if there was a real girl code, no woman would be dating this man. The catalyst of both women being in the situation that they're in is this man. He is the catalyst. Sakiyna is all the way wrong and she's guilty for killing Kayla. But the reason why all this even came to be is because of the dusty dick dude in the middle. And now he's able to just pick up his life and move on and potentially mess up another woman's life. So the whole situation is sad. I just hope that people learn from this. What both of these women, now you got a woman they gave her life in prison for this. And you have a young girl who is 23 who will never, never live out the rest of her life. And again, who knows if the guy was even being honest? Because, there's multiple sides to this. Maybe she was the type of chick who knew that she was a side chick and didn't care. Or it could have been a situation where he lied and said he was single. Because a lot of guys lied like that too. They'll say they're single and, oh, I'm just looking for a good woman. Meanwhile, they have a whole good woman at home. So who knows what type of game he was running. But I think for her to be as angry as she was, whatever interaction they had on Instagram may have been the fact that Kayla knew that there was another woman and she didn't care. So Sakiyna took that as her not caring. I'm going to show you. So it's sad. The whole thing is very tragic. And now you have a baby. Yeah, I don't know where the baby's at. I'm thinking her baby might be with her mom or her family. So now you have this poor daughter, this little girl who was born in 2023. Her mom is doing life in prison. I don't know if the father has any type of contact with her. I'm not sure, what's going on with the baby situation. But I just hate the fact that he's able to just pick up and, just live his life anew after causing all of this chaos. So be careful, ladies.
You want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.